the people across the street, they bought a house and they flipped it, and to make some money. Whenever they flipped it, then they replaced the roof. So the workers came across the street and they replaced the roof. They replaced the plywood. They replaced the black board, or the felt felt paper, the shingles, and all that sort of business. They replaced all of it for the roof. We have a flat. They had a flat roof over there, and whenever they did that, then they left all this plywood in our alley. They left the plywood that was being used for the roof, the extra plywood that was left over after they removed it and they replaced it with put down a new roof. They left all this plywood in our alley. So anyway, we got a bunch of plywood in our alley, but I'm not, our neighbor said, well, why don't you call Wildcat, was it Wildcat Trash or something like that, and Wild Trash, I don't know, something like that. And you're supposed to, why don't you call them and complain about it? But I don't know. I mean, she says, well, tell them that you saw the people across the street putting this plywood there. Well, I didn't see them, but it just makes sense that the plywood come from over there, because I know what roofing material is made out of, and it's made out of sheets of 8 by 4 plywood, especially if it's a flat roof. So, and you know, it's just the roof got replaced over there, and then all of this crap, this wood, just magically appeared in our alley. I don't think so. I don't think it's just a coincidence. Um, and if you look at it, it looks like asphalt shingle on the top of it. So anyway, we got a puppy, and our puppy uh, likes to roam around. She's very busy. She's a very busy girl. Um, and we have if you can see on my left side, there's a pool, and our pool is empty right now. It's in between remodeling and stuff. So anyway, it's a big, deep, empty pool hole, big empty hole in the ground, and so the little puppy, she won't know where she's going, and her vision isn't that great and stuff like that, and she could fall in that big old hole. So my wife is concerned and stuff like that. So what I did was I said, well, the neighbors, they threw this plywood in our alley, and so I'm gonna grab one of those pieces of plywood and use it to block the uh, the the gate there, so that the puppy won't wander into the area where the area where the big hole is. Um, and the plywood, it's very difficult to handle, especially if you don't have wheelie bars on the back. Um, but maybe a little bit easier for you to handle if you're if you're really nervous about carrying the plywood. And that's only I don't know, it's like a 4 by 6 piece or something like that. It's not very big. But then if that doesn't work, then you could grab a 2 by 6 piece of plywood